Everything on Earth is now a scam. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. That's a line from George Orwell's 1984, and it seems like we're headed in that direction very soon. Looking at the Iran war, I just can't help but feel that the world is now in the hands of aggressive idiots who only know attack and retaliation as their means of dealing with the world. And it's just become so tiresome that all of our interactions with everything have been compromised to the point where money is part of everything. Everything has been monetized. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Please sign up for my Patreon, which I do not have. We're all trying to survive capitalism. We're all trying to survive the idiots who control the world and displace us and ruin any good that has existed in the world because toddlers now control everything. When I look at this Hegseth or whatever his name is, he is he seems like a not very bright bully in high school who high school typically was the high point of their existence, because when they met the real world, they suddenly couldn't get by through sheer bravado and ego anymore. But sadly, that's not the case. There's so many people who are so fooled by ego and bravado that they can't tell competence from incompetence. We have Trump, who just bold-facedly lies at every opportunity and claims victory at every loss and says everything he does is great when he doesn't understand that people who are truly great don't need to inform others that they are great. It is self-evident, when you have to try to convince people that you're great, when you have to remind people that you're great, that's a sure sign that you are not great. But see, he's so desperate. You can tell he's someone who wasn't valued enough by his father and was a spoiled brat who got what he wanted, but then his father didn't respect him and everything was handed to him on a silver platter and he still managed to fuck it up. And now we're all changing his diapers for him because we're the ones left holding the bag. America is being reduced to a third world country because any power we had in the world is being removed by the fact that our economic power is getting greatly reduced. No one in the world respects us anymore. We've made a complete fool of ourselves with this war. And his tantrums have the power to destroy the world at this point. And people aren't stepping up to take that away. I don't understand how we let the military might of the United States into the hands of these morons. And I'm just tired of trying to pretend that it doesn't matter or that we can get past it or that, we'll get beyond this. I'm tired of people on the left saying that, just vote for, just go with socialism and communism. And I understand the value of socialism. I understand the value of being more concerned with left-wing values. But if you're voting for Jill Stein or Ralph Nader, you are just throwing your vote away and giving the world Trump. That's how we got Trump. That's how we got Bush. And we're just doing it over and over again. So this minority of idiots controls this country because the people with half a brain throw their vote away. I feel like the Democratic Party is the only firewall we have protecting this world from the collapse of civilization, and now that is gone. It's painful to watch Trump speak. Just painful, because his posture is one of someone who is trying to put down someone else and trying to make you think he is so great. And it's not fooling, I mean, it's obviously fooling the MAGA people, but I don't understand how it's fooling them. I mean, this is so obviously someone who's trying to appear as a tough guy, but you have to believe it for his toughness to have any effect. And no one else in the world believes it. I mean, sure, he has the nuclear codes, he could destroy the world, but he doesn't have the power to control the Strait of Hormuz. He doesn't have the power to make China have a good deal with the United States. He's destroyed all of our complex trade negotiations and relationships of the past 50 years, the past 70 years. All those relations are in tatters. All the goodwill the United States had in the world is in tatters. People are boycotting the U.S. People are divesting of interest in the U.S. Things that were traded in the U.S. dollar are being divested of the U.S. dollar and being moved to other currencies. You're soon going to find that when you go to the grocery store, things that come from outside the United States, instead of costing whatever they cost extra with tariffs, they're going to cost 2 or 3 times as much, because we don't have the infrastructure producing those things. The tariffs were put in place before any infrastructure was created, so there was no benefit to the tariffs, because tariffs only make sense if you're producing something that you are offsetting. But if you're putting tariffs on things that you don't produce locally, then that just means everything is going to cost the consumer that much more, and that's what's happened. Also, by going back and forth on the tariffs, basically no one knows what kind of situation it's going to be next week. Why would you deal, if this was a person in your neighborhood who you were dealing with to mow your lawn, you would say, forget it, I'm going to get someone else to do it. You know, I'm tired of dealing with your lies and false promises and you changing things up on me every other week, you know? And that's where the world is. Meanwhile, we have a pedophile who had sex with a porn star as the leader of the Party of Family Values. Someone who is inextricably linked with Epstein, pretending that that doesn't exist. You know, when we all have known that for decades, and all the evidence is there, it's just ridiculous to pretend that that's not the case. But the worst thing is that he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't have a clue. You know, and anyone who's ever had business dealings with him knows that he can't be trusted. He doesn't pay his bills. He doesn't pay his debts, unlike a Lannister. Jesus Christ. I mean, and he is the most immoral person in the world who is representing Christianity, which would make Christ himself sick.